What is up, everybody? It's Superverse here today. So, news recently released that Sony has acquired Housemarque, the studios that have made the Returnal game, and they kind of leaked out. Somebody leaked out that they are acquiring Bluepoint as well, but it's not official. So, Bluepoint is this company that made the Demon Souls remake. They made the Shadow of the Colossus remake as well. But mainly, they just do remakes at Bluepoint. So, um, people were super excited about this news. I was like, okay. I'm like, me personally, I'm like, I kind of don't get what the excitement is about. It's like they only made for games for PlayStation and Sony anyway, so it's not that big of a news. Like, it can't be like, hey, we acquired this studio that only make games for us anyway. So it's like, okay, now it's official. They are officially a Sony studio, so that is that. But this post on Twitter talks about the acquisition and how this theory onto why they acquired these studios. So the post says, if Housemarque and Bluepoint only make games for PlayStation and not Xbox, was the acquisition strictly to keep Microsoft from buying these studios? That's a mystery. Yeah, so probably to stop other companies from buying these studios as well, because they only it's like it's like they only make games for PlayStation anyway. So it's like, is it really that big of a news announcement or is it big of a deal? Um, so let's read some of these comments. Is I highly doubt it. They have a great relationship with Sony, much more of a close relationship than Bethesda has with Xbox. Xbox has partnered with Bethesda for the entirety of their career before making games. They always made games for PlayStation. What you talking about? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what could be talking about. I don't get that one. Xbox wouldn't have bought them. Xbox have made it clear they're interested in buying studios with existing relationships. Both of the two in question were firmly in bed with PlayStation. Lockdown and Lockout Gamers has been their Housemarque and Bluepoint for years. Have those studios ever made Xbox games to be considered locked out and locked out? I thought they were mainly PlayStation exclusives anyway. It's funny how they acquired studios that were already making exclusive games. Returnal was a crap game anyway. No way Sony leaves all that money on the table by making their games exclusive. Am I doing it right? What money? They only made PlayStation games. No, it was to expand them further. Bluepoint and Housemarque have their identities at PlayStation for years now. They know them, their culture, and their teams. It's a natural evolution of a relationship, not a way to stop Microsoft from acquiring them. True, that also makes them, the Jim Ryan comment, even more hypocritical. Microsoft already knew Bethesda for years and had a stronger bond with them than Sony had with any of their studios they are acquiring. Yet Jim thinks one is organic growth and the other one isn't. It's not like Sony buying them would add any games to PS Now, and nearly all their games are exclusive. So the point is something to get people talking about PlayStation since everyone's talking about Xbox. Yeah, maybe that was the reason why too. Just get people to talk about Xbox. Maybe just get people to talk about PlayStation because everybody's talking about Xbox, especially recently because Xbox are trending with the Game Pass thing. So maybe just to get people to talk about PlayStation right now. I don't know. Sony has been making nothing burger acquisitions of studios that were basically first party to begin with. Doesn't really move the needle in my book. Yeah, kind of true. I say that likely given their talent would have been a loss if Microsoft didn't acquire them first. Love this gen, Microsoft was hoping to push this competition. This happened 360 posed a threat, then we had PS4, it's all a win-win. Okay. I think it was to keep companies like Tencent, Google, and Amazon from buying the studio. PlayStation is working on an improvised PS Now, and they need just as many studios as Microsoft if they want to compete in the subscription wars. Okay, okay, this is a pretty cool theory right here. It's like they say they bought these two companies to keep these companies like Tencent, Google, and Amazon because they definitely got a lot of money too. Like Google and Amazon definitely, and Tencent has a lot of money. So yeah, okay, that theory kind of makes sense. Good point. And so much for that organic growth. Other than completely starting a new studio from the ground up, what would be more organic than acquiring studios that already make titles exclusive to your platform? Oh, let's see. Those studios were working for Sony for a long time. It is logical acquiring. Is logical acquiring. Now, Xbox must make a Sobo studio a game studio. They deserve the best. Okay. Exactly the same with Insomniac. After they made their first Xbox exclusive, Sony saw that writing was on the wall, so they snapped them up. But organic growth, right? It's amazing how you guys think that every time Sony does like It's amazing how you guys think that everything Sony does has something to do with Xbox. They kind of do in a way. They kind of do. It's like, hey, they kind of reaction. They kind of do react to Xbox. Like they make all these third-party deals to keep these games off Xbox. So, I think they kind of do think about Xbox a lot. Not necessarily. Some will probably profit more from leasing games from a developer they own as opposed to just a developer they make new publishing deals with each game. And given the quality of Returnal, it's smart to buy them now before the price goes up. Do they now need to make games for Xbox to get money back? Oh, yeah, that ridiculous narrative that because when that's kind of a he's being sarcastic because that was the whole narrative when Microsoft bought Bethesda for what was the some point something $1 billion. They kept saying, "Hey, they gotta release their games on PlayStation to get their money back." It was like they kept saying that notion kept being brought out during that time period. So yeah, it was so ridiculous. Um, It's possible, which is business. I don't see anything wrong with it, just as I see nothing wrong with Microsoft purchasing Bethesda to keep it off competing platforms. They've been making PlayStation exclusives prior to the acquisition, unlike Microsoft buying studios that was largely multi-plat. I'm kind of curious as to what the quotes tweets say. What people saying the quote tweets. Uh, I feel like there are so many PlayStation games that Bluepoint can remake slash remaster. There's a ton of IPs that I think could really benefit from the Bluepoint touch. Who knows? We'll see that what happens. Okay. Exactly the same with the Sonic if they made their first Xbox exclusive. I've seen more ponies damage control the Xbox as Housemarque that bad. LMAO. Okay. Y'all bought Bethesda for $7 billion. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna conclude it right here, man. It's like it's cool. We got news. It's cool. It's news. It's like they bought two studios of pretty much they only made games for PlayStation anyway. So it's like I guess it's news. I guess it's big news. I didn't jump for joy and and shout in the streets like everybody else when this news was announced. I mean, I just didn't feel that much excitement. But it's like, oh well. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Do you think this is a great acquisition for Sony? Was it just like news that you really didn't care about? Let me know down below. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.